All right, guys, Crypto Kurt here, and I'm setting up for the Spectre ICO pre-sale. So this video is less about Spectre, and I really want it to be more about what to do to set yourself up to get prepared if you want to get involved with these ICOs. Most of the ICOs will offer a bonus. In this particular instance, if you registered early enough to become part of the to get involved with the pre-sale, you or I am actually going to get a 33% purchase bonus. I made a couple of mistakes with this particular ICO, which I'm going to point out in just a second. But again, we're going to go through this. I'm going to pause it. I'm not going to make this wait 6 minutes, 36 seconds to get to the point where we'll do a purchase. But the first thing I want to point out was that early on in this particular ICO, you actually had to commit an amount that you were going to invest. Now, it's not a blood oath commitment, as in like if I don't actually invest what I say I'm going to invest, someone's going to come knock on my door and ask me for that crypto. But in this particular instance, they were asking for a commitment. You can see that I actually contributed or wanted to contribute 1 ETH. This particular ICO is quite different as well in that there's 2 tokens you can invest in. I said both. So I was assuming that the system would understand that I wanted, 1 ETH per, but that's not what this platform has done. This platform has said, okay, well, you're going to get 1 ETH that you can apply, that I can do in the pre-sale. Once the pre-sale is over, I can buy as much as I want, but in the pre-sale, I've locked in my investment. So again, it's a little bit of a problem. I wanted to actually invest twice, 2 ETH instead of 1, and now I'm only going to be 1.2 because, again, in this particular instance, they're offering a 20% bonus purchase amount if you're in the pre-sale. So, having said that, we're going to go through this process. Again, the first thing you want to do is make sure that A, you're pre-registered for the pre-sale. So you have to be registered ahead of time. B, you want to be logged into the portal and be ready. And C, you want to make sure that you have whatever you're going to transfer. In this particular instance, they're only accepting Ethereum, so you're going to have some ETH tokens. You need to have those ready to go. Now, what do I mean by ready to go? Ready to go means you need to be able to transfer them as soon as possible, as soon as the time period is available. In other words, there's a lot of people trying to get in on this, and in this particular ICO, the 33% bonus only is applied to the first $15 million worth of tokens applied. So the reality is you want to be Johnny on the spot and transferring your ETH in as early as possible to make sure that you get the bonus. Again, most of these ICOs offer something like this. This was a link from one of the emails that came through if you were registered for the pre-sale. And basically, it's a step-by-step walkthrough article of exactly what to do. They really go to the next level. They actually show you how to go to MyEtherWallet, what to do to create an account, what to do to create the key store, create your private key, and then they take you to the next step and say, okay, this is what you're going to do. You're going to log in, and you're going to get ready. So these are the things that you need to do as an individual. What I'm going to do right now, though, is I'm going to give you some tips on how to set up MyEtherWallet to get the most benefit and make sure that you get in quick. Okay, so now we're looking at the MyEtherWallet. This is my particular account. Sure, grab that address and send me some good stuff. I'd really appreciate it. Donations are always accepted. But this is MyEtherWallet, and what you're going to do once your account's set up, and again, if you go through that PDF document that they provided you, you'll go through the process, if you've never done this before, of setting up a new account. Hopefully you would have done this long ahead of time of this pre-sale because it does take days to set up an account on an exchange, and then you have to set up the account. MyEtherWallet's quite quick, actually. But anyway, once you have your ETH on the platform, you're going to be able to take advantage of these. Okay, so what I've done is I've logged in again to MyEtherWallet. I've clicked on Send Ether. You're going to have to provide your private key, or there's a number of other options you can provide to be able to access your wallet in this particular instance to be able to send something. And I'm waiting on the address. Okay, so again, this is the part of the pre-sale. Now again, this is it's basically saying step 9 from the document. Log in, copy the ETH address shown inside the portal. It's giving you some advice here. It's saying enter the ICO ETH address amount that you pledge to contribute. Set the gas limit to 200,000. So how does that work? Here's where you set the gas limit to 200,000. Okay, and let's just double check that real quick. Yep, absolutely 200,000, and it says click on generate transaction. Now here's again part of the pre-sale. We have to wait for us. Oh, and here we go. We got 59 seconds. So we're going to count this down. And hopefully I'm going to do a refresh here in just a second, and we're going to get the address. Now guys, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut you out of this because the address is only available for those of us who pre-registered. So I'm going to do this and then conduct the transaction and then show you after it's done. Pretty exciting. 16, 15, 14, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, this is a good point. I was panicking a little bit. It's now 3 after 10. I kept refreshing, and finally this link showed up. So once again, these people are not always right spot on the minute. Sometimes you have to let it flow. So again, this is another good point on the reality of purchasing an ICO. It's not always down to the second, but you want to be prepared. That's why you want to be sitting here waiting, refreshing. So again, what happened was you saw the countdown. I stopped it on 0.01, and then I sat here for 3 minutes, and I kept refreshing. Now here I have it. So here we go. I'm going to go do the transaction. All right, guys, so once again, here we are. We're in MyEtherWallet. I've copied the transfer address up in there. Again, you can't see it. I am going to take advantage of the 20% increase that I can add to what I pledged, because again, earlier I explained I made a mistake. I wanted to pledge 2 Ether, not 1. But again, this is one of these weird, it's a little bit strange how these guys have structured this, but it's good. At the end of the day, you know, they're kind of getting their expectations set in place from an investee point of view. They want to really get an idea of who's actually committing and what they can bring on. Again, we have the gas limit set. There's a couple of other settings that we suggest. What I'll do is maybe walk these through in another video. You're going to want to get off the main network that is provided automatically by MyEtherWallet. Okay, I pulled the address out so you can't see it, so now I can show you this. So again, the default, I believe, is MyEtherWallet. You want to change that to one of the other networks. Okay, and now I'm wasting valuable time because I'm showing you this while I should be trying to buy this thing. So again, hang on, let me go do this this reality. What you're looking for when you're doing a transaction from MyEtherWallet is exactly this. You want to see that it's a green notification at the bottom of the screen that your TX has been broadcast to the network. Okay, that doesn't mean everything's completely okay, but it does mean that the process that your coins have been transferred out of MyEtherWallet are now on the blockchain and are traveling through the Ethereum blockchain to get approved and hopefully to arrive at their intended destination. All right, guys, so that's done. One last thing I'll just mention again, there was no way through the ICO process to determine which coin you wanted or which token you wanted to invest in. Again, this was an interesting ICO in that it offered 2. There was the utility token and the dividend token. So as you read through their documentation, it is good to go through this because it says that basically what's going to happen is we are all going to receive a standard token. Okay, what's the word they use? Okay, and these guys are calling this the SPEC token, and this document is giving you instructions, and I'll put a link to this document in the description of this video. But these guys are saying, okay, you're going to get a SPEC token into your MyEtherWallet, and then you need to add a custom token in MyEtherWallet. These are the instructions on how to do that, and they give you all the documentation here. And then what happens next, I believe, is that we're actually able to go choose and decide. We're going to use our SPEC tokens and decide how many of those SPEC tokens we want to assign to the utility token or the dividend token. All right, so again, very smart the way they're doing this. And again, once all that's done, obviously the smart contract will kick in, and away we go. So there you go, guys. So there's a couple of things. Spectre ICO, which is one of the most complicated ICOs I've seen with regards to how they're dealing with multiple tokens, which is awesome. So great for this video experience. How to deal with MyEtherWallet, and then how to get prepared and make sure that you're right there at the moment in time when you need to be able to be paying attention and click a few things and transfer those tokens and make sure you get in on it. I'm 100% sure that I'm in on the top, which means I'm only able to put in 1.2 ETH to get the 33% bonus, but there are more opportunities to invest in this particular ICO as you go forward, and there's other bonuses as well. So again, if you're interested in being part of the next wave of financial trading platforms and doing away with the broker's fees and all the crap that goes along with that, this is a great company to get involved with. It's pretty exciting, and yeah. This is Crypto Kurt out, guys. It's time to take advantage. Again, the first day of the rest of your life. Sign up. There is a exchange link below. Let's get started. Cheers.